Hi, I'm Shania. Welcome back to my channel. This video is bittersweet. I go back and forth whether I should make it or not, but I feel it's important to do that. So back in May, I had did a video for my mother who has been deceased 20 years, and it was for Mother's Day. And I kind of said all the things that I wanted to say to her that I never did. Oh, my shoulder's still killing me. Um, I'm doing this video because the person that I love dearly is going to watch this, and she loves my videos. She encourages me all the time and says, "Your videos really help other women. Your videos help people. So keep making videos." Um, this video may require tissues for me, so I'm not a lightweight. I have a towel. Um, why I went back and forth with doing this video is because it's super emotional, and I got the hat on to try to hide my eyes just in case they start sweating. This is not easy, so I may end up, you know, letting my emotions out. Anyhow, this video is for you. I love you. I know you're watching this, and I'm going to give you your flowers while you are here. A little bit about me. Um, I come from a family of very strong, beautiful, amazing women with hearts of gold. And when they need to have spines of steel, they'll have that as well. Uh, Again, I lost my mom. I think I was 20, oh my gosh, 29, 30. Oh my God, I don't even know how old I am. I could have been 31 when I lost my mom. It was 20 years ago. Do the math. Yeah, 51. So, yeah. Uh, when I was in my formative years as a mother, we had a lot of struggles in our relationship. So I didn't get the same level of support that I wish that I had as a woman that I want to give to my daughters. So for many years, I was the matriarch of my family with my siblings. I'm the oldest. And then there's a lot of things that I dealt with, like breast cancer scares and health issues and surgeries, that I really didn't talk to other women. Now, my father is amazing. He's always there for me. He always tells me how proud he is of me, and um, yeah, he's a phenomenal dad. But he's a dad. There's nothing like having a woman in your life. I've had other women in my life, my aunts from my husband, and it's a beautiful thing. But this one special aunt that I have is my godmother. And she is most like my mom. She's my mother's older sister. She sounds a lot like my mom, which really warms me up, when I talk to her. She's strong like my mother in a lot of ways. She's her big sister, so, my mother had to learn it from someone. She is funny, great sense of humor, hysterical, like you can talk about anything. When I got married, she was there. I was 20 years old, and she's always been there. So she is someone who loves my YouTube channel. And my channel is Evolve with Grace. This channel is to support other women, other people, as they go through life's evolutions, how you deal with life's evolutions. And of course, when you do something like this, you have self-doubt. Am I doing the right thing? This, that, and the other. And she saw my videos, and she always comments, and she always tells me how proud she is of me. And she uses these words, and like, so empowering and so she really just tugs at my heart. And she'll call me and she'll tell me all about how great my videos are. She's one of the strongest women that I know. And from the time I was born, I guess I was born with chubby cheeks. She gave me this nickname called Masha Vu, which she has explained to me over the years that it means my chubby cheek baby. And at 51, she still calls me Masha Vu. Love it. I don't let other people call me my other nickname, but that name, I love when she calls me that. Anyway, she checks on me. Now, I'm thinking it's over 2 years ago. She was diagnosed with cancer, and the doctors told her she had 6 months to live. And it goes to tell you how pretty badass she is because she's still here. And I'm thinking it's over 2 years. Time flies by so fast, so I don't even know. Now, why am I talking about this to a bunch of strangers? Again, this video is for her, right? It's because I watch when people go to funerals and they say their words about how amazing a person is, and they tell stories about that person and all their great attributes and the things that made them feel so proud or honored to know them. I want to give my aunt, my auntie, her flowers while she's here and she can smell them. She is my favorite. I love all my aunts and uncles, but she spoiled me the most. Don't let my other aunt hear this because she's gonna have different stories. But this one, and I don't know if it's because I was her goddaughter, she spoiled me as a kid. And she spoiled most of her nieces and nephews. That was her way. And she had the cool pets, like she had a rabbit. I think his name was Flopsy. For some reason, I think he got caught in the refrigerator when I was a kid. That somehow the rabbit got into the refrigerator. Coolest pets. She had the coolest pets. She married an amazing man who his complexion was white as snow with the most beautiful sparkling blue eyes. My Uncle Pete, he introduced me to the Beatles, and I watched him as a kid fall in love and have this great love. And unfortunately, he passed away many years ago, and she lost the love of her life, which was, it was very hard, but she's super strong. Later on in life, she she wants to be a mom. And she had a lot of female problems back then, and she ended up on bed rest for many, many months, if I recall. And she gave birth to a beautiful young baby boy. I think he was 1.5 pounds or 1 pound, 5 ounces. Auntie, I know you're going to correct me on this, but I don't remember how much he weighed, but I was 14 at the time. And this little peanut could fit in the palm of your hand. And now he's a grown man, which is a beautiful gift. She had the coolest pets, always had cool pets. Always funny, and a laugh that is so contagious, a smile that fills up a room that anybody that goes around her feels good energy. I have a big family, and at times they can be very passionate with each other and say some things that they forget they say or may regret. I can tell you, my beautiful auntie, that you have never said an unkind, unloving word to me in my life. And for that, I thank you. Because my mother, when she would go through struggles and turmoils that she was going through, me being the closest to her would take the brunt of that. So there was a period of time where I wasn't talking to my mom. And when we got back together, which was a few months before she passed away, I asked her why she wasn't proud of me. And she's like, what? And then I asked her, why don't you like me? You never tell me that you're proud of me. And it was something that used to kill me. I really struggle with that because I always tell my daughters how proud I am of them. And she probably did tell me as a kid, but as my adult woman years, where I really needed that reinforcement, needed to hear that, she didn't share that with me. Water under the bridge, mother's forgiven. Anyhow, so to hear my aunt constantly tell me how proud she is of me, and to comment on my videos and call me about my videos and say, oh, your mother would be so proud of the woman that you are. I'm trying my best not to cry. because it would kill her for me to be sad. I'm tears of joy and blessed for all of the good times and the good memories and everything. And for today, our crazy conversation, I may touch upon that just because I want people to know how funny we are when we're together. Um, yeah, so to have my aunt, um, constantly tell me how proud she is. She doesn't understand how she was filling a hole for me. Especially because her voice is so much like my mother's. And I know she's not my mom, but she's the closest person to my mother on this planet. And for her to say those words constantly, the words that I didn't hear, Auntie, you have no idea what that means to me. Okay, so she's been struggling with cancer for a long time now, and she decided that she wants quality of life over quantity. And bless her for doing that. So she decided not to take extreme measures that's going to make her sick and give her a poor quality of life, which is probably why she's still here. And she's strong as hell. Like, this channel, Evolve with Grace, I have never seen anyone go through this life evolution in such a graceful way. I can't even imagine being in that position. So what does she do? She invites us over for dinner. I said, why don't you come to my house? Let me host you. Why don't you come here? No, you come here. Okay, so she makes these signature deviled eggs that nobody makes them as good as her. She's taught me, and I make a pretty mean deviled egg because she taught me how to make them. However, they don't have her love and her touch in mind. So her deviled eggs are kind of family famous. So I go to see her. My husband comes and we hang out with her. My brother's there and her son is there. And we're laughing the whole night. Oh, mind you, a couple days before that, she calls me to tell me that she is in hospice care. I'm at a baseball game. She's all nonchalant about it. Yeah, I just need something for pain because, this is, the pain was really bad. And she says it with such strength and grace. And I'm like on the other end of the phone, I'm like, who? Not that word. That word is scary. I'm like, yeah, but I know people who've been on hospice and come out. That could be, a couple of years. She's like, Shania, I do have cancer and it's not getting better. Yeah, but you're strong. They thought you weren't going to be here past 6 months and look at you. Look what you did. So she invites, we go to dinner and she makes her deviled eggs. And I'm like, really? You need to rest. No, I need to cook. I need to do things. So she's making deviled eggs and she's catering to us and she's laughing and she'll take her breaks and then she comes back and she's, laughing and joking with us and telling stories. And I'm like, this has got to be the most strongest person I have ever seen in my entire life. I'm in awe of you. So, sometimes when people you love are facing the worst, it is easy to try to detach from it a little bit, And she knows I'm not delusional. I know I'm not delusional. I know what you're facing right now. So then she knows that my ankle, because she knows that I have issues with my ankle, and I was having problems with my ankle, and she would call and say, how's your ankle doing? How you feeling? I'm worried about you with that ankle. And I'm on the other end of the phone like, what? You're worried about my ankle with everything that you're going through? Oh, well, how's you feeling? I saw your video and you were talking about you weren't feeling good. Are you okay? And in my mind, I'm like, wow. All you see is me. And I'm like, I can't even imagine the dragons that you are slaying every day. So then she calls me today. And this is what's leading me to this video. Because I can tell her all the things. And I will, and I do. But I think you seeing this video, I want you to know that I want the world to know how amazing you are. And what this period of your life that you are sharing with us how inspiring you are and how just amazing you are. Anyway, she calls me, well, she texts me. She's like, hey, give me a call when you get a chance. I'm like, okay, I'll call you when I'm on break. I take break and I call. And she says, oh, I want to get together. And this one's coming over and that one's coming over. And we're going to get together and, and they don't want me to cook. And I'm like, yeah, no, you shouldn't have to cook. And regardless of that, you shouldn't have to cook. Let your family cook for you. We can order out, whatever. And I'm like, why, what's up? And she's like, are you free Sunday? And I'm like, Sunday? Why, what's up? And I'm trying to contemplate my mind because my mind is not what it used to be and I tend to forget. So she says, I want to talk about my plans. Your plans for what? What are you doing? My final plans. I want to talk about the arrangements. What? Now, I have lost, if you watch any of my older videos, I have lost a lot of people in my life. And I've never been in a position where I've had to have that conversation. And she's talking to me about the funeral home and the expense and how she wants things to be. And I said, well, if you're going to get cremated or anything like that, I'm not putting you in my earrings. And she's like, what are you talking about? Because that's how we deal in my family. So yeah, that's heavy. Making her sad is not going to help her in any way. So what we do in my family is we add a little levity to a hard situation. But I am in awe of the words that are coming out of her mouth. And she's talking to me about arrangements and the price of things and where we should do the repass and and she's still looking out for my family members and saying, oh, well, this is in close proximity to here because if anyone gets tired of doing that, then they can go back to my place. And I'm sitting here listening to this and I'm like, oh, yes. And then, we're talking about like, well, what do you want to do with your remains? And things like, never would I ever think I'm having this conversation with you. It was interesting. Yes, we laughed. And then I said to her, I said, do you realize what we're talking about right now? And she's like, yeah, of course I do. And I thought at that moment, I said, what a blessing it is to be able to make those decisions for yourself. Yes, everyone should be able to make those decisions for yourself. But it's different when you're facing the inevitability of a horrible disease ravaging your body. And she says to me, I was like, yeah, but we got time for this. And she's like, well, I don't know. If this pain continues to get worse, I can tell it's growing. I can tell where it's, near my heart or my neck. And I can tell that it's getting worse. And I'm like, okay, I can't fall apart for her. I have to be her or my mom. I have to be like them in that situation and do the things because that's what my family does. We are the doers. We handle things. We get things done. We take care of what needs to be taken care of. And that's my aunt. And she's taking care of her son. And she's taking care of her family. Even at this. Because if you're gone, it doesn't really matter what anyone else does. But you're still taking care of all of us by what you're saying. Okay, well, this is what I want to happen. You're saying that to make it easier for everybody else. And you're including people in the conversation so that everybody's on the same page and there's no issues and that this can be a peaceful send-off. Holy crap. I'm a mom. My biggest fear as a mother is leaving my children while they're young, leaving my children to experience life without me because I know what it's like. The fact that you got on that phone today and laughed with me about not putting ashes in the ocean because you can't swim. I'm good. You don't have to worry about me. Don't worry about me. I'm going to be all right. This sucks. I hate it. I hate this for you. I hate this for you. But I love that you have the opportunity to get to know what you mean to all of us. I love that you have the opportunity to take care of your son and to take care of all of us. And I hope that gives you peace. We've lost so many people that we never had the opportunity. Oh my gosh, I said I was going to do this. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Well, we didn't have the opportunity to focus on making things okay for everybody. I know you have stories. If you had your own YouTube channel, you could tell the crazy stories of how we deal with death and hardship in our family in the past. It could be a sitcom or, a mini series. So I talked to my husband and I said, wow, this is bittersweet. What a blessing it is to be able to have your affairs in order. And I don't mean like for years down the road, but to be able to take the burden off of your son, to be able to make peace with what is, because unless you were a totally different person and when you're talking, when you're not talking to me, but the level of peace that you have over this and acceptance and lack of anger, I don't know what is next for any of us. Like once we leave this life, I don't know what's next. I know what I like to believe. I know what I was raised to believe. And I really, really pray that when the time comes, you are with your siblings and your parents and your nieces and your nephews and all the people that you love and Uncle Pete and all the great people who have left this earth before us. I hope that you get to be with them one day. I hope that I get to be with them one day. And I hope they don't get on your last nerve like they did when they were here. I love you so much. Thank you for being... Thank you for lifting me up always. Thank you for loving me as if I was your own. Thank you for saying the things to me that my mother didn't say. Thank you for making me laugh at a crazy hard time. Thank you for loving me the way that you always have. And I will see you soon. And I will not cry. And I want you to know that you're just an amazing person, and I am blessed to have had you in my life for all the days of my life. And I'm not standing up at a funeral and saying this stuff to anyone. I'm saying it to you now. And don't go making deviled eggs on Sunday. Love you. Have a good day, everybody. Thanks for watching.